Alright guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Mail. So for today, I'm going to go over this great email I sent from a subscriber. That's from a guy, he's 35 years old, he's divorced, he's the father of a 10-year-old boy, and he shares his story how just recently he was able to have the last laugh after like 7 years. 7 years after the marriage got ruined by his wife cheating. And not only is he going to have the last laugh, he gets to have the last laugh by watching karma happen to his ex-wife and the dude that she cheated on him with, as well as many other things. And I'm going to go over here, guys, making the point, aside from entertainment, of course, proving that once a cheater, always a cheater. So if your gal cheats on you, for heaven's sake, don't buy the tears and the waterworks and the promises. Just end it. Save yourself the misery because she's going to do it again. Or if you're one of my 4%ers out there and your guy does it, same thing applies. And also, which you guys will appreciate, eventually people that are low lies and scumbags, eventually karma is going to come their way. It may not be in a way that you get to witness because, of course, you always want to witness people that did us wrong and get some payback, but it will happen eventually and you're going to see it. So this is definitely a good one to start your weekend. So he says here, hey SSM, I've been a fan of your channel for about a year now, and I have to tell you, it's refreshing to see a channel that doesn't only post Reddit stories. Some of the subscriber stories you shared are insane. Some are heartbreaking, and others are just stupid enough to make you want to ram your head against a giant smack. Dude, I know, I've been doing this 5 years. That's why I smack guys. But these are real men with real stories and real problems. Thank you for providing a space for their stories to be heard. You're saving men one story at a time. Well, that's why I'm here. That's my purpose. So that's why, guys, keep sending in your personal stories. I do crazy Reddit stories on the other channels. They Did What and Hit the Bricks. And if you guys haven't done already, subscribe to them if you like that kind of stuff. And if you don't like that stuff, subscribe anyway. He says here, something happened a few weeks ago, and after about a week of thinking about it, I figured I'd write up and send it in. Maybe you'll find some use for it, or maybe not. If not, no big deal. Thanks again for your work that you put out. Well, you can call me Greg. I'm 35, and 7 years ago, I divorced my wife, that I will call Tara, who's also 35 years old right now. We married young after 4 years of dating. We were married at 23 years old. Remember those smacks you were just talking about? Yeah, smack. Why? Why on earth did you get married at 23? You're probably just getting out of school, or, why so young? But anyhow, we'll see how that turns out. Well, our son was born when we were 25 years old, and when he was 3 years old, I caught her cheating on me and filed for divorce. I'm sorry it happened, man, but you know what? At least it happened when you were young, Your prime is really beginning now in your mid-30s. Her prime is ending, and guess what? She's about to be on divorce number 2. I won't talk about our entire relationship since it's irrelevant. It was the last 3 months of our marriage before I filed that I'll go over briefly. Tara was always strong-willed, but she never pushed too hard. I only had to course correct a couple times early on. It was 3 months before D-Day that the first thing happened that I noticed. Well, the sad thing is, probably things were happening long before that. Well, she texted me at lunch one day that she had to work late because of some meeting. I noticed it because in the 3 years that she worked there, she never had to work late for any reason, and not once in all that time did she ever mention going to meetings. Well, meetings can happen. It's not impossible, but yes, that's definitely a red flag raised. Her position didn't call for participation in meets as far as I knew. Well, she's in other positions now, isn't she? So I gave her the benefit of the doubt. We've been together for over 9 years at the time, and I never had reason to doubt her. Back then, there wasn't any artful content, but looking back, I can see how many of the red flags I missed, and there were a lot. You didn't know, man. And in your mind back then, you had no reason to doubt her. The school of hard knocks is always teaching, though. I wish I could tell you how brilliant I am for picking up the breadcrumbs as she was leaving and building an airtight case against her for cheating. That's not what happened. It's usually not. Sure, there were a lot of things I noticed, but I didn't know enough to put them all together. The phone use, the late nights, and spending more times with her friends, and my favorite, the excuses that didn't make any sense. So you put all this shit together, guys, then you got a solid case. Unfortunately, I ignored them all. We were married for 5 years, together for 9, and we had our 3-year-old son. I truly believed that we were happy. Even if she wasn't, I was, and she can't take that away from me. Dude, so many guys say the same thing you're saying. I've covered thousands of fucking stories in the last 5 years. They all say the same thing. I thought we were happy. Thought things were great. So don't beat yourself up. The only thing she didn't do that people call red flags these days is to pull away from me emotionally or physically. She was the same as she always was. Maybe if she started to act distant, I might have put it all together faster, but the truth is, I didn't put it together. She dropped in my lap like a big fat fuck you. Well, it was a Saturday night when she was going out with her friends while my son and I were hanging out at the house. No big deal. Although I was getting concerned about how often she'd been going out lately. I still didn't see anything alarming. Ignorance is bliss, I guess. Well, look, man, you were 25 at the time. You and your son were her top priority. She should have been going out all the time with her girlfriend. She's behaving like a single girl, like a girl in her 20s, okay? When she said I do to you, did I just say do-do? When she said I do, you became number one and your boy. That's it. She should have put that life behind her, but she wanted to have her cake and eat it too. She was supposed to be at home around 11 p.m. It was something we both agreed to if we were going to spend time with friends. Our family came first, so no super late nights, and definitely no randomly sleeping at friends' places. Well, 11 p.m. came and went. By 11:30, I was starting to get concerned and sent her a text making sure she didn't need a ride. So even then, with all those things that were going on, you were still trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, to be the good husband, all that. Well, she never responded. She didn't respond to the 10 texts I sent her from then until she came stumbling in the front door at 3:41 a.m. That is so fucking disrespectful. You're up the whole time worrying about her. You know, I mean, you're probably thinking about calling the cops or the local hospital emergency room and all that. She's a piece of shit. She doesn't care. I know because I've been sitting on the couch staring at my phone. Well, did you know where she went? Well, she was drunk enough that her speech was slurred, and after ignoring my questions and saying that she was too tired to talk, she wobbled down the hall into our room. I'd be like, bitch, you're going to talk. In fact, I'm going to throw a pail of cold water on your ass so you can wake up real quick. And by the way, who the hell was driving? Was she driving home drunk? Was her friends driving home drunk? I'd like to know if at least Uber or Lyft dropped her ass off. I have no tolerance for that shit. Well, anyhow, by the time I got to our room, she was sprawled out on the bed, already snoring away. I was furious and wanted some damn answers. I almost woke her up, but I've argued with drunks before, and it never goes well. No, never argue with a drunk or a fool. So I decided that my answers would have to wait until morning, and was about to climb into bed when I noticed that Tara wasn't wearing any underwear. I guess it was go commando night that night with her friends, huh? No, something's up. Well, normally that wouldn't be an issue while we're sleeping, but she was still fully clothed and passed out. I looked around on the floor and didn't see them anywhere. I checked the hamper in the bathroom as well, not there either. Now I was getting a cold feeling in my gut. I know for a fact she had panties on before she left. You did? I know it sounds stupid now, but I even walked outside and looked around my front yard to see if she dropped them out there, and of course, they weren't there. There was one more question for the morning, and she had better have the best fucking answer in all creation, or I was going to go nuclear. I was headed back to bed when I accidentally kicked her purse that she dropped on the floor when she came in. I picked up her purse and was going to set it on the table when I saw the missing panties stuffed in her purse. There you go. Gee whiz, what happened? Well, I pulled them out and I almost puked. They were covered in you-know-what from another man. Ugh, that's fucking sick. I'd be like, ugh, I'd run to the bathroom and have some antibacterial soap on my hands and scrubbing for 45 minutes and then putting rubbing alcohol on that. Oh my God. Fucking asshole. Well, I didn't storm upstairs and drag her out of bed. I don't know, I probably would. Nothing that dramatic. I simply went upstairs, pulled out my suitcase, and started packing. She was so drunk that she didn't even notice. By 7 o'clock in the morning, I had everything I wanted to keep packed up in my car, had my son up, and we were out the door to visit my parents. I would have, taken him off to the parents' house And if you had a large enough stick, have it hanging with those jizz-soiled panties for her to see when she woke up. I didn't think Tara would be awake for a while yet, but when she woke up to an empty house, she'd find her panties and my wedding ring sitting on the table. Awesome, dude. Well, that was 7 years ago. The divorce was, well, a divorce. She got primary custody. What a fucking load of shit. After all that, she has primary custody. But we agreed that he would spend 2 weeks with her and then with me. Of course, she tried to get me to forgive her, making all the promises you can imagine, while saying it was a one-time drunken mistake. What a load of crap. 1 times 100 times drunken mistake. And again, blame it on the alcohol. I'm so sorry. I'm afraid, man, she was probably cheating. I mean, I would love to say that maybe that she just started it after you got married. But the odds are she was probably pulling that bullshit before you even got married. And I know everybody's asking this, and everybody's thinking this, and typing this, but we have to wonder, unfortunately, your boy, is he yours? I'm going to guess at this point, you've done your homework, and he is. I sure as hell hope he is. But if he isn't, it's not his fault. I knew that she cheated on me, but until then, I had no idea that it was actually an affair. She tried to play it off as a one-night stand. Well, guess what? Cheaters are also liars. You can't trust a cheater to tell you the truth. Once I found that out, I made it clear to Tara and Dickface that if either of them did anything to turn my son against me, I would wreck their lives. Shit, I would wait till your boy's a legal adult, then I'd wreck their lives, because you don't want to mess things up for your boy. But here's the thing, people like that have their own way of wrecking their own lives. We only had that talk one time, and now 6 years after Tara remarried, I'm doing great with no intentions of ever getting married again. I don't blame you. And no, she's remarried. Well, guess who she's remarried to? My son is 10 years old now, and he's doing great. As much as I hate her, Tara's been a good mom. I'll give her credit where credit's due. She wasn't a very good mom when she fucked up your marriage. Your boy would have been better off if you were together. If she was a good mom, she would have been loving and loyal to you guys. But, okay, separated, she treats him well, fine. Suffice to say, I don't like my ex-wife or her husband. We're not friends, we don't chit-chat. In the last year, I might have said 20 words to her in total. And I'm sure those 20 words are difficult to get out. It was a little more than 2 weeks ago when something interesting happened. My son and I were playing some PlayStation 5 that he was abusing me with when someone pounded on my door. It was a little after 7 at night, and I wasn't expecting anyone. When I answered the door, I was surprised to see Tara's husband, Gurr. I guess I'll give Dickface a name. Let's call him Dick. She married the dude that she was cheating on you with. Oh, and that fuckface is your boy's stepfather. I had no idea when he was standing on my porch, red-faced and looking angry. I'm sure we can all speculate why. I asked him why he was there. It was the first time he ever came by my place. What he said next twisted my brain for a second. He said, "Where is she?" I had no idea what the hell he was talking about, and I almost just shut the door in his face. But curiosity won me over. I asked him who he was talking about, and he said, Tara. I told him that she wasn't there and had never been to my place. I did all the picking up and dropping off, and I'm not sure if she knows where I live, but it doesn't matter because she's not welcome here. Dude, I guarantee she knows where you live. This dude knows where you live. Well, he didn't want to believe me, and I wasn't going to waste time arguing with an idiot. I called my son over and told him, "Tell your stepdad how many times your mom has visited while you were here." He just shrugged and said never before heading back to his game. Well, Dickface still looked angry, but was just shaking his head. I told him, "Look, I'm not sure why you think she's over here, but unless there's something else." I've never really been a big believer in karma. Sure, it sounds fun that some cosmic justice will set the scales to even, but I've never believed that. I didn't believe it either, dude, until I got older and started seeing it many ways. I think people make their own luck with their hard work. Well, I stand corrected. Karma is real. Karma's a bitch, and her stripper's name is Justice. Well, her stripper's name is Jessica. Here's what Dickface told me. He said, for the last few months, when our son is with me for that 2-week stretch, periodically through the weeks, Tara was telling him that our son forgot something or needed something, or there's something concerning our son that she and I needed to talk about. How interesting. The cheater is now behaving the same way with the guy that she cheated on this dude with. I told him that Tara has never been to my house, and I put it together before he did. I actually started laughing, and that made him look angrier. Oh, I'd be laughing. I told him, Dick, she's cheating on you. How does it feel? Before he could say anything, I slammed the door in his face. Since that night, I can't stop laughing. Dude, I would be laughing about that just all freaking night. And yeah, every time I tell that story, I'm laughing. There are dudes all over the world right now. They're laughing. They're loving this story. That's why I'm very enthusiastic to cover this one today. All day long, I'll be standing in line, just burst out into laughter. Other than getting a lot of strange looks from strangers, I am a true believer in karma. Well, since that night, he found out that she was cheating on him, and he threw her out. Shit, is she going to marry this next guy? And by the way, back to that great mom thing. No, she's not a great mom. She's not a great person. You guessed it. Her first stop was my house, seeing if I would let her stay until she got her stuff figured out. She's come to your house asking you to stay there while she's figuring things out. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. She's the mother of my child and a woman that I loved for 9 years. Of course, I said fuck no. Do I feel bad? Not one iota. It was perfect karma. Dude, this is awesome. This is going to be a popular story. So the short story is that my cheating ex-wife married the guy she was cheating with. Then years into marriage, she starts using coming to my house as her alibi to go out and cheat on the guy she cheated on me with. He got so angry thinking I was trying to steal her back that he confronted me only to find out that the woman he cheated with cheated on him. The cherry on top was her trying to come back to me. Oh, dude, this is awesome. Well, I have no idea why cheaters never think they're going to get cheated on. Anyway, that's my story about karma and justice. I'll never doubt karma again. Sweet, bro. That is really good. And the drama's only getting started. The thing is, unfortunately, as much as you're enjoying this, your son's going to be caught up in this shit. Because, okay, if she has no place to live, where's he living? I'm assuming he's probably staying with you, which will make you very happy. But maybe now's a great opportunity to speak with your divorce attorney and say, hey, there's some turmoil going on where my son's supposed to be the primary custodian of him, whatever you want to fucking call it. Maybe you can use that to your advantage, showing that she is, again, proven to create a bad living situation. I don't know. Fuck it. Consult your attorney. Hopefully he can give you 5 minutes of, without charging you, without billable hours. Good luck there, though. But anyhow, man, that's an awesome story, and that's hilarious, and you earned it. So, guys, once a cheater, always a cheater. Don't fucking buy the I'm so sorry and that crap. Just cut her loose. And the same thing for you gals out there when the guy gives you that crap. Although you girls watching this tend to love the cheaters and the bad boys and scumbags, so if you keep taking back the cheater, it's your fault. But anyhow, man, and yes, of course, karma will happen. I know people think karma's bullshit, but I've witnessed it too many times in my 47 years on this planet. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And, guys, remember, I've been saying in the beginning of the videos, I forgot to today, if you're on X, formerly Twitter, come check me out and subscribe or follow. The handle is SSM Channels. Trying to grow the thing over there so I can announce videos over here because YouTube doesn't always let people know. And we're all having a good time over there, talking, sharing memes, stories, news articles. It's a good time. I'm really having a lot of fun with it. And, of course, if you got a good story to share, send it my way. strongsuccessfulmail@gmail.com. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.